For 7 freaking years, I was in a secret love story with my brother's tightest pal, all set to walk down the aisle. But out of nowhere, I follow a lead, end up at a mysterious gathering. At the private room's threshold, I hear it all.
Ethan, sure, your Cinderella's back. What about that stand-in level Asius?
The world stops spinning for a second. Tension mounts like a volcano about to erupt, and my life? It's about to be turned upside down in the most explosive way imaginable.
She left so decisively back then. She deserves to have a stand-in to irritate her.
Brother, I've made up my mind about the arranged marriage. I agree.
Emma Snow, have you been wronged?
No, I've just figured it out. I'm going to get married anyway, so does it matter to whom? Besides, I trust Mom and Dad's judgment. Even if it's an arranged marriage, I'm sure the candidate has been thoroughly vetted by you all.
I'm glad you figured it out. When are you coming back? Do you want to meet him before making the final decision?
No need. The sooner we agree, the sooner the company crisis can be resolved. You can start preparing for the wedding, and let's set the date for a month from now.
Got it. By the way, do you still have contact with Ethan? I heard his goddess is finally back. You should reach out to him. Maybe he'll have time to come celebrate with you and bring some good luck.
I was surprised that my brother knew about Amanda. No wonder Ethan had always insisted I keep our relationship a secret from him. Brother, don't bother him. I'm not close to him.
Not close to whom?
Not close to you.
Really? Then tell me how you're not close to me. Are we not close enough? Or have we not shared enough nights together? Emma, what's wrong? Are you feeling unwell? How did this happen? When did you get burned? Why didn't you tell me?
It seemed like he had completely forgotten what had happened at the banquet.
Alright, stop crying now. I'll put some medicine on it for you. Look at you, such a big girl, but still afraid of pain and always crying. What would you do without me?
Yes, I'd been spoiled for a full 7 years. What would I do without him? But, Ethan, I don't want you anymore. I don't want this fake love anymore. I almost slapped him, but barely managed to hold myself back.
Awake yet, my sleeping beauty?
It's the weekend. Why can't you let people sleep in?
Did you know you had a fever last night? Get up, I'm taking you to the hospital. What happened?
It's just a sprained ankle. What a coincidence. You two are here for a checkup too?
Yeah, my little sister here had a bit of a fever, so I brought her in for a checkup.
I had grown used to being called sister by now. From the moment Ethan decided not to go public with our relationship, he introduced me as his friend's little sister, someone he was helping to look after. Only his closest friends knew of our true relationship.
She's staying at your place, so of course, you have to look after her carefully. You two go on. I need to head over there.
Let me take you over. Emma, wait here for me.
For some reason, as soon as I saw Amanda, I suddenly felt weak, drained of all energy. Apparently, it wasn't just in my head. After checking my temperature, I learned my fever was as high as 41.3 degrees Celsius. The burn had become infected, worsened by my recent emotional stress, leading to a viral infection that required treatment. Out of habit, I reached for my phone to call Ethan, but stopped myself before dialing. Habit was a terrifying thing.
I'm sorry, Emma. I planned to come back for you right after taking Amanda home, but her stomach started acting up. So...
It's fine. I'm on my own. I can manage.
Emma, just head home. I'll explain everything later.
Explain what, exactly? Just more lies to string me along. Felt uninterested in prying into their flirtations. I simply logged out of the app.
With you leaving, I'm losing one of my best team members.
Didn't expect to see you here, too. You know, this was the restaurant Ethan first brought me to back in college. We've come here so many times.
I noticed last time that Ethan always rinses the shrimp in water before peeling it for you. Do you also not eat spicy food? The truth is, I do enjoy spicy food, but every time Ethan peeled shrimp for me, he'd insist on rinsing it in water. He always said it wasn't good for a girl to eat too much spice. I had always thought he was looking out for my health, but now, I realized it was simply a habit. The one who didn't eat spicy food, the one he was thinking of, is Amanda.
I've wanted to say this since the first time we met. Don't you think we look very much alike, little sister?
In that moment, I had never felt such humiliation and disgrace. Under her triumphant gaze, I could only flee in panic.
Why did you push Amanda? You knew she had a twisted ankle. I told you I'd explain things when we got back, but you just had to handle it so harshly? I told you I'd bring her over to apologize to you. Why did you come out here?
It's not a big deal. She didn't do it on purpose. Don't be so hard on her. If her brother finds out you hit his sister, it might hurt the bond between you two.
Her brother entrusted her to me, so it's my duty to correct her when she's in the wrong.
What exactly did I do wrong? Even in court, you need solid evidence to convict someone. Haven't you thought about how unfair it is to judge me and even lay hands on me without understanding the truth?
You knew there were no cameras in the restroom, so you thought you could act without consequence.
If there are no cameras, then how can you be sure it was me?
Why would Amanda wrongfully accuse you? She must have a reason, right? Besides, I've known you for years. She's not the kind of person who lies.
And I am? After 7 years together, I thought he would trust my character, if nothing else, but I was wrong. In front of Amanda, even 7 years meant nothing. One word from her was all it took to convict me, leaving me without a chance to defend myself. It was blatant favoritism, a glaring display of partiality, and I, in the end, was nothing more than a stand-in, a replacement with nothing to offer.
Stop!
With the mark of his slap still on my face, I didn't want to ruin my colleague's mood, so I chose not to return to the private room. Instead, I went to the front desk, paid the bill and sent them a message. Something urgent came up, so I had to leave. Enjoy the meal and drinks, it's on me. Dragging my exhausted body back home, I took a long, detailed look at this place where I'd lived for the past 7 years. Every corner held memories of Ethan and me, once so beautiful, now stabbing into my heart like 1,000 sharp blades. I found a large cardboard box and, unable to sleep, spent the night erasing those remnants of happiness. These were once the only proof of our relationship, especially in those times when I felt insecure. Now, there was no need for any of it. Ethan didn't come home for half a month. In that time, apart from finishing my design drafts, I nearly cleared out the entire house. I even disposed of the furniture I'd chosen myself, leaving the place as it was when I first moved in, black and white, so minimalist that you could see the entire room in a single glance.
If you haven't realized your mistake and are genuinely ready to apologize to Amanda, then I don't think there's any reason for us to speak.
Well, if that's the case, then we won't speak. As I left what was once my warm and cherished home, I felt nothing but overwhelming relief. I will be happy, with so many blessings. I knew I would be. Mom, I'm so hungry.
Come, let's go home. I'll make your favorite noodles with gravy.
Okay.
Why is this happening? After all, I hadn't apologized yet. He couldn't understand why I, who was usually so obedient, had become so stubborn this time. Feeling uneasy all morning at Amanda's house without a single message from me, he finally decided to go home and check on me. Am I in the wrong house? Emma, where are you? Damn it! For an instant, he was on the verge of doubting whether the 7 years of our association had been nothing more than a figment of his imagination, a mere delusion that had played out in his mind. Subsequently, he managed to recall a particular couple's location tracking application that we had once made use of in the past. Upon opening it, he was quick to notice that I had long since disabled my location, and when he delved into the trip history, he was astounded to observe that approximately half a month ago, I had drawn near to him via the app, only to halt a few meters away and then reverse my course. Something must surely have taken place on that fateful day, he mused inwardly as he checked the calendar. His eyes fell upon the date and, in a moment of shock, his phone slipped from his grasp, shattering into pieces as it made contact with the floor.
Who's there?
Emma? By coincidence, I'm your fiancé whom you haven't yet married. Do you want to do me a huge favor?
A huge favor? I asked, confused, realizing the strangeness of the situation. I quickly rephrased, and why should I believe you?
Cautious, are we? My wallet and phone are to be found in my jacket pocket. Feel at liberty to examine them.
Are you feeling unwell?
No, I have merely been ensnared.
Too late for that. If you're not planning to sever the engagement, could you at least offer me some assistance?